This is the Hello World Podcast. If you have a piece of advice for those who are aspiring to start up their business, whether starting, growing, or pivoting, what would be your top one, two advice for them?
I think for starting and for growing, um, well, for starting, I think fail fast, learn fast. That's my biggest piece of advice. I think people are so scared of failure, especially coming from, if you just came from school or anything like that, failure is such a daunting idea, right? But failure is actually a really good opportunity to learn from your mistakes and to grow and to improve. So I think failing fast, addressing the mistakes and learning is crucial, right? So fail fast, learn fast for starting. Um, in growing your startup, always lead with. I think you have to have confidence in being self-critical. You have to really know how to nitpick yourself, know that you're making mistakes, and kind of see where you can scale from there. Because if you think you have a perfect product, you're wrong. You need to be self-critical of yourself. You need to be confident enough to sort of take in the bad reviews from customers or the suggestions they may have. So I think that's something that has really helped us in our growth. And I think in terms of pivoting, this is something that we hold very close to us in Kahon, because we've pivoted several times, and that's a mindset that we like to have, that we're agile enough to pivot when we can. And I think this comes down to trusting your team. Pivots can be scary. Pivots can change direction at a breakneck speed, and not everyone can handle that. And so trusting your team to understand the bigger picture for the pivot, trusting your team to understand why you're doing it, and not just saying, this is where we're going because I said so, is very important when you pivot, because they need to buy into that pivot. Otherwise, you're going to have people questioning, and you're going to spend so much time trying to address those questions and concerns. So trust is the most important part of any pivot for a startup or for a company, I think.
And I like hearing a lot of I'd say soft elements from you. You mentioned trust. You just mentioned trust there. You started by saying it's important that we are self-critical, at being at the heart of customer centricity. We get customer feedback. But even more than that, our standard should even be higher than the customer, right? Even the customer is saying, I'm happy with your product or service. It's us even saying we can do more. I know that we can still serve you better. So I like that, being able to, assess the business as assess ourselves. I also got struck with, you've been doing pivots in the past 3 years previous to COVID. And my insight on this one, Nick, is if you're used to doing pivots, it becomes a culture. It has in the past 3 years. May have explained why you and your team have also successfully done this 2020 pivot when it mattered most. You were just practicing pivots in the first 3 years, right? And that may maybe explain why it's an easy pivot for you to do this 2020. Hi, this is Louis Banta, CEO and Chief Consultant of LJMB, or Learning Just Made Better. Thanks for watching my video. To get more videos like this, click subscribe and hit the bell icon below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and share this to others.